So we have a video of an Asian woman explaining how Filipinos are changed from being blacks to light-skinned. So according to Helga Babushka, that's her TikTok name, she said that black people, Filipinos were originally black people. So let's get into the video and then we're going to talk.
So in the Philippines, we have very complicated past. The first people who inhabited Philippines are black people. During the Ice Age, a lot of people from Africa migrated all over Asia. Many of them went to China, India, Australia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then Philippines. And some of the tribe who inhabited Australia, Indonesia, China, and possibly India found their way to the Philippines. And there was a time that Europeans traveled across the globe. And many countries were colonized by Europeans. We're talking about Canada, America, Australia, and many parts in Asia. So, Philippines were colonized by Spaniards. Back in the day, Spaniards forced many Filipinos to change their last name because apparently their last name is ugly. And hence why there are many Filipinos have Spanish last names. And also, many Filipinos were forced to change their belief into Catholic, hence why there are over 90% of Catholic people in the Philippines. If you refuse to change your religion, you will be and the only tribe who did not get forced to change their belief are the Igorot tribes, because they fought the Spaniards and Spaniards were defeated. And also, there was a time that Spaniards eliminated a lot of Filipino. There was a time that Japanese, Americans, and Chinese took over the Philippines. And that is why many Filipinos have many different skin tones. Because many Filipinos were married to Spanish or Mexicans, Chinese, Japanese, and Americans. Now, if you visit provinces in the Philippines, you will see a lot of dark-skinned Filipinos. Now, if we're talking about the original people of the Philippines, which we call them Aitas or Itas or Negritos, they are mostly in the mountains. Back in the day, they used to hide and live in the mountain because there were many people in the Philippines who were hunting them. And because they are the most hated and experience a lot of discriminations in the Philippines, they choose to live in the mountain. And the reason why you will see a lot of Filipinos who have whiter skin or fair skin, many of them use whitening product to whiten their skin because many of them were bullied of having dark skin. And some of them, they hate having dark skin, and that's the reason why they force themselves to use whitening products. If you have dark skin in the Philippines and if you are born unfortunate, you are more likely to get treated badly and get bullied. Sometimes in the Philippines, it doesn't really matter if you have white skin or dark skin. If you are rich, people will more likely to bow down to you and respect to you. So really, it's all about money, not necessarily having dark skin. But if you have white skin, you're more likely get treated fairly and more likely the people will respect to you and value you. So how many Filipinos do you think get bullied every day for having dark skin? And mind you, most people in the Philippines have dark skin. So how did I get so light? Well, I was born having fair skin. However, if I am exposed to the sun, my true color comes out. My skin will become so dark when I'm exposed to the sun. And during the summertime, you're more likely see a lot of Filipino wearing a sweater or use umbrella because they are scared of getting dark. If they will get dark, they will hate themselves and they are afraid of getting bullied. And as for me, I am proud that my true color comes out when I'm exposed to the sun because I am proud that I am part Negrito.
Okay, so just to add on this, first thing I want to say to the Filipinos that they need to understand that it's okay to be dark-skinned. With that being said, let's get into my own little research. People of Filipino descent typically have tan skin, dark hair, and flatter noses. People of mixed ethnic origin generally have lighter skin and hair, as well as narrow noses. So to dive in deeper, there are two ancestral types of Filipinos plus the narrow frequent mixed type who show varying types of skin tone. Number one, the Negritos, who are related to the first wave of colonizer coming from Africa, which are the South Indians, Sri Lankans, Maldivans, Seychelles, etc. The ethnicities have dark to very dark skin. Number two, the Malays, who form the majority of people in mainland South Asia, Taiwanese, the Philippines, all the way to Fijians. They have a light brown tan to medium skin, and the Filipino word for this skin tone is kayumangi. Kayumangi, and this is the traditional or ancestral skin tone of the majority of the people in the Philippines. Okay, guys, so that was my little research. Please go ahead, leave your own thoughts in the comment section below. Otherwise, that's what I had for you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you'll be notified. I will definitely see you in my next video. Peace.